Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, August 14th, 2019. I'm super excited to be on this show with these amazing people. We're going to talk about Discover Your Beauty. We're going to talk with some cancer survivors, God bless them. We're going to talk about the fashion show that's coming up on August 25th. It's a Sunday, a week from Sunday. We want to hear a little bit about their stories, of course. So let us know you can hear us and see us. Always my biggest concern when we go live. So I've got Lorena Acosta. So we've got all these beautiful people on here. She said hi, Ted Bogert, so we got a heart. I'm so glad you're on here. Shirley Stamper's on. All right, so they're starting to pull up. Super excited you guys were on the show last year. You've been on the show before. But this is fashion show time. This is Discover Your Beauty fashion show. So welcome to all of you. We're going to do an intro. So and you might want to just raise your hand a little bit. We're going to start with the organizers of the event. You have AJ Gonzalez in the glasses with the beautiful shirt, and Jose Bethencourt in the back, another organizer with the beautiful shirt. Then we have Camille Miller. We have Linda Plunkett. We have Sandra Mantellini and Odalis Ramos. And so everyone has been on the show before except for Linda. So this is her first time, so be sweet, be kind. Welcome to the show. So let's talk a little bit about the show and then we'll get to details. Discover Your Beauty. That is not just a fashion show. This is a lifestyle. This is something you're promoting. So AJ, we'll start with you.
Yeah, definitely. Discover Your Beauty is a fashion show we're doing for 14 years. So
14 years,
14
that's right.
years, yes. It's dedicated to the cancer survivor because many years, to the last maybe 9 years doing the fashion show, presenting designers, models, dancers in the show, we notice about in the community the necessity to help all those cancer survivors who is passing through all those problems or pains or difficulty in their life. So we decided to dedicate the show to them. That's why Discover Your Beauty, because we discover the beauty of every woman and men who work on Discover in the fashion show.
Wow. And how about you, Jose? I mean, I know you're part of that, but did you guys discover somebody, did somebody in your life move you and that's why you got involved and decided to include the cancer survivors?
Yes. Over these 9 years, 9 years ago, we have a friend that she was diagnosed with cancer, and she came to us, and she was part of the Discover Your Beauty, the fashion show. At that time, we just did the fashion show just for fashion, for our industry. At that moment, we including her in the fashion show, and that's how we start working with the cancer survivors, because it's not only the day of the fashion show. We do this almost every day through the whole year with different experience, different persons, new people. They get connected to each other, so that's why it's so important.
It's a movement, right?
Exactly.
I mean, you got Discover Your Beauty is really a movement. It's taken on a much bigger life than the fashion show itself, which is really kind of a cool thing. You know, when you do the right thing and you're trying to help people out, it's amazing how God or your universe or whatever it is that you believe in starts to move in your life. It's really cool. And then Camille's all part of it too. And then I'm going to move to survivors and I'm going to move to Linda. Camille's part of it as well. Camille, tell us a little bit about you and your involvement.
Well, I'm just sort of the sidekick.
She's the sidekick. She's the Ed McMahon and the whole
right,
thing.
Exactly. I sort of kind of, whatever this man is, the boss, I call him, and the co-boss. I just, make sure that everything's lined up. We email, we communicate, we set some meetings up, and that's sort of what I'm in charge of. But I've been doing this with them for about a little over a year and a half now, and what I really have come to appreciate, and it's just so, the Holy Spirit is just so vibrant in there with the friendships that develop.
It's wonderful.
It's another atmosphere, really. I mean, we can talk about the business side of it, but the reality is it is all year long that they prepare, and but there is a spiritual connection that happens and truly revitalizes these ladies and renews their life. So,
I love that.
that's
So
great.
let's get to some of those ladies whose lives it renewed. So we'll go in the back. We've got Odalis and Sandra. We'll start with Odalis, and she's the closest one to me on camera anyway. Odalis Ramos.
Yeah.
The beautiful Odalis Ramos.
Well, I'm a cancer survivor twice.
Wow.
And the doctor gave me 2 years. I'm celebrating 12.
Wow,
And,
that's amazing.
And I'm also part of the DYB Foundation. And for me, it's an honor and privilege because we can take these trials and these tests that we go through and help others and give somebody else a voice and experience, and we can share everything that we've been through, and it's okay to go there and experience, but then you don't stay there, you just celebrate life.
And what was it like the first time you walked the runway? Because you walked the runway.
Yes, I did.
These are books. So that's the thing, and we'll talk about that.
Many times.
But
She
when
did
you
the first one.
when you did your first one, what was that like?
These guys never know what I'm gonna do. They just put a yellow line in the corner just to be
Just tell you to
sure
walk.
I don't fall. But then when the music starts, I just go crazy.
I love
And
it.
then I just show somebody there. Is somebody there that need to see me because I walk with the cane, because I also have multiple sclerosis. Then it always somebody come after the show and say, "You inspire me."
Yeah.
Amen.
And thank God that you was there because you inspire me to
I
keep
love
going.
that.
It's an honor.
And it's not only that, behind stage, they promise each other every year, if you don't be here next year, I'm gonna work for you. So 1 year, Odalis created her a cape, and in that cape was the little angels.
Oh,
So that's
precious.
what was
is that the
one-
cape?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Great.
And we
Hey.
concert us in the studio.
You're gonna make me cry already,
Yeah.
Jose. All right, Sandra Mantellini.
Yeah, that sounds cute.
That's her. Did I say it right?
That's me.
Okay.
Yes. Well, actually, for me, it has been 2 years and a half since the diagnosis. It was in 21st of February 2017. That whole year was very in a rush because we had to do treatment very fast. And last year was my first time in Discover Your Beauty fashion show runway.
What did it feel like that
Oh
very
my
first time?
goodness.
Nervous?
Nervous. I had butterflies, like all the birds possible in my stomach. I'm like, I don't believe I'm gonna do that. I always say that I'm shy. Nobody believed me, but
I would not believe that
In that moment, I was like shaking, and it was a beautiful experience because they do discover the beauty out of all that, like story behind all that journey, and they make you feel like the most important thing in that fashion show, from the moment that you arrive with no makeup till the moment that you are behind the scenes when they say, okay, go, and you have to like put your mind into, okay, we're gonna walk. So
It feels like, so when you see the pictures, and I want you guys to, I tagged the Facebook page, and obviously we shared the event. When you look at the pictures, when you see anything that comes out of the fashion show especially, there's this light, there's this brightness, smiles on everyone. And they have had some people that walk their walk, and I know it's challenging, but you can feel the love and the spirit you were talking about earlier in the room. You can just by the pictures alone. All right, so we have a new guest to the show. This is Linda Plunkett.
Thank you so
Hi,
much.
Linda. We're so
Hi.
excited to have you.
Thank you. I'm so excited to
tell
be
us
here.
a little bit about you and how you came to be part of Discover Your Beauty.
Well, I'll try to make a very long story into a short story.
Okay.
But although I'm not a cancer survivor, I had a very large brain tumor the end of 2012, the size of a tennis ball, and I was having seizures. And so although not cancerous, you can die from a seizure very quickly. And so I was supposed to have a 3 to 4 hour surgery. It turned into an 8-hour surgery. There was complications. When I came out of it, I felt like a vegetable. And people say, what does that feel like? I couldn't form thoughts. I had trouble speaking, and I couldn't walk. And it was extremely difficult. Then I had a spiritual crisis where I thought God had left me. But 10 days later, I had what I call a supernatural rescue. And eventually I began to recover. 8 months later, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I had pain all over my body. I couldn't sleep. And so there was really, for me, a crisis that went through a number of years, mentally, physically, and even spiritually. But, you know, I look back, and many times I said, why God, and why me, and why is this happening? And there were times I didn't want to be alive, and I felt guilty because I'm married and I have children, but it was a lonely, dark place to be. And these ladies know, but unless you've been there, and I just love the camaraderie of this fashion show, because one of the biggest problems is being alone. You feel alone. And it's hard to describe that, but other people, if you haven't been through the pain and the suffering, you just don't know. You have no idea. But anyway, trying to make my long story short, I got to meet our two gentlemen, AJ and Jose, through Eddie Rivera. And Eddie Rivera and we competed at Millennium Dance Competition, and I was awarded a Dance Hero, basically an award. And this is after I wrote Supernatural Rescue, but it was for inspiring and encouraging people. I'm also an inspirational speaker, and I have goals in the future to establish a website and do coaching through my website, as well as writing more books. But I could not be more thrilled to be here with these ladies, because I have such a heart for what they're doing, and this whole production is just such a wonderful way to provide the togetherness, but to lift everybody up in such a spiritual way. Because the battle is spiritual. It's not only physical, it's emotional, and it's across the board. And we need each other. We need God, but we need each other, and that's so important.
Because I think what you're saying, I agree. I think that what happens in people see what all of you are doing, and then for some of them, it's the first time. Even on the show, we've gotten a lot of comments. Every time we do a show like this, people are like, I just felt alone, the loneliness that you were talking about.
Definitely. Because honestly, it's so hard, when you feel empty, and you feel maybe even, deep down, I think you know that God is out there, but you feel for that moment, you lose even that connection.
Sure.
And I've been a believer for many years. I've had faith in God since I was a child, and so for me, this was very devastating. God showed his presence when I cried out to him. At one point, I cried out with the fibromyalgia. He sent me an angel. It was such a miracle. And I wasn't used to having miracles happen, but I can tell you God is real and he's there for you. Whatever your faith, whatever your orientation, it doesn't make any difference. If you call and you draw near to God, he will reach back to you. And this was so powerful to me, but it was such a hard and such a lonely and such a dark place for a long time. And so I completely understand the people that are walking this carpet. I commend them. I'm so excited. I'm excited that Eddie and I can actually dance and perform a dance.
That's exciting.
Yeah, and this will be like a form of the award-winning dance that we danced at Millennium. And I'm so excited to do that, but I'm more excited to see these ladies walk. These people that are survivors, and they fought the hard fight that it is to be alive and to be restored and to be able to walk again. And I'm so thrilled. I'm just thrilled to be a part of this whole program. I couldn't be happier, and happier for them, and to be a part of that joy.
I love it. And you know what? So Steve mentioned something. He was talking about how his dad kept it a secret for a year. A lot of times you have the families that come out, and he was impacted by that. So Discover Your Beauty, there's all sorts of support that you have around you when you're out there. And a lot of times, everybody's going through it in a different way,
right?
And each survivor goes through it in a different way, and each of their family members goes through it in a different way. And that's why I love the whole process and the whole thought process of Discover Your Beauty, because you're focusing on this amazing human being and not the disease.
Exactly.
We're not giving the disease any more power. We're taking that power away and focusing on the beauty of the person.
And everybody has losses. I have losses. I can't smell anymore. I've lost years of memory. I know I'm not quite the same person, but yet I can't look at those losses. I have to look at my cup half full. And what I do have, I can speak, I can dance, I can write, I can encourage other people. And because of what I've went through and the pain, I can use that pain in a positive way. But if I focus on the pain, and I still go through times, and I know these ladies go through times as well, it's not like a cure-all, it's not a fix-all. Even when you're in remission or when you come out of it, you still have issues. But if you can just focus on the hope that God gives you and on the positives and what you can do to help someone else, it just changes everything.
All right, so now we want to talk about the event itself. So it's August 25th, 3 o'clock, And I'm going to let either AJ or Jose, whoever wants to take over, talk about it and talk about tickets. Maribel's been so good. Maribel, your posts are great. Her comments have been great. She posted the ticket information. But we want to talk about that. What does that look like? What's the show going to be? What time do they need to get there? How can they buy their tickets? And what can they expect?
Yeah, definitely. Discover Your Beauty is going to be August 25th. You can see the flyer here. I don't know, you can see it.
I have that flyer. I will share it.
Okay. It's going to be, the show starts at 5 o'clock, but we open the door for the VIP at 3, and then 4 o'clock for the regular tickets. Many people asking me, or every day asking me, what we're supposed to do, how we're supposed to wear when we arrive there. It's the moment when you have to have the best dress or the best clothing in your life show in there. Because we have red carpet.
Right?
Yeah, we have red carpet. We have paparazzis around taking pictures. We have celebrities in there. So it's a good area, and this is Florida. It's not many events in the city you can dress very well. So I recommend you to dress the best. But the best thing is when you arrive in there, you will see many beautiful people in there. Everybody's supporting the cancer survivors. Everybody's supporting the models, the designers, because we will have night designers and fashionistas in this show. I can say the names very quickly.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, the name, we have Tiger Valentine, we have Abby Santiago, Iris Meletiche, Maria del Pilar, Endrina Brooks, VMS, Giovanni Nieves, we have Art Elio, and Bebe Sanglices. That's the fashionistas and designers we're going to present in there. There's 9 designers. We have 75 models, professional models, plus 25 beautiful survivors. I call angels, but it's survivors. Yeah, they are angels. And then there is beautiful thing. And the best thing is not only a fashion show. Normally, the fashion show, you see people in and out showing different clothing. But in this case, we have a big opening production dedicated to the angels. You will see the choreography is Jose Perez, always helping us for years and years. And then you're going to see the fighting of the good and the bad, like a God and the devil.
Wow.
On a stage.
That'll be powerful.
So be prepared.
Wow.
Because the Holy Spirit will be there.
Oh, I can't wait.
I love it.
That's the opening. It's
So
it's super
exciting.
impressive. Everybody can bring the camera, take videos, post everywhere. So we open for that.
That's
so,
great.
And then the second thing is at the end we have singers. We have Air Entertainment is preparing a beautiful dance with kind of Caribbean carnival. But also we have Diego Vargas, a singer from Venezuela, is going to sing a beautiful Spanish song dedicated to the cancer survivors. But at the end, it's a big carnival. So don't be surprised if you see many feathers, sequins, and all that stuff. Running
Lots
the
of
wrong
feathers
way.
and sequins.
Because all the cancer survivors, they are the main course, of the events.
Love it.
So everybody's waiting for them to see that. So where you can buy the tickets? You can buy the ticket. You can call me on my cell phone. Everybody knows in Orlando knows my cell phone, so it's no secret.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, everybody knows.
knows.
Yeah. It's 407-965-9009. 407-965-9009, and then you can go to the website dybshow.com. So either way, you can call me and then you can.
And we'll share all of that. So it's dybshow.com or 407-965-9099. 9909.
407.
We're going to put it in the comments, and Maribel did it earlier.
Maribel did it already.
Maribel
we
wants
still
to
have
know.
tickets available for the show.
That's beautiful. So we still have tickets. So you have a week, a little over a week and a half, basically, to get tickets. All right. So what is the finale? You're dancing. You're doing something. I don't know if that's the finale, but you're dancing with Eddie. Is that what you mentioned earlier?
Finale, no. Oh, you're talking with her?
Yes,
No, she's not
with
in the finale. She's one on the intermission.
But she's intermission. Okay, good to know.
Yeah. Because she's she's a writer, but she's a beautiful artist. She wants to dance in there. We don't supposed to say anything at all because
I
it's
won't
a
say a word.
surprise.
I just
There's a
heard you
few
say it.
surprises.
There's a few
It's,
surprises.
it's
There's a
many
few
surprises,
surprises.
but you will be in show when you see the whole screen, the dancing and all that stuff, because it's inspirational.
Now, can
Definitely.
people support throughout the year? Can people support Discover Your Beauty? Can they?
Yes.
Okay, so how do they get involved?
We open, we have a foundation. The name is DYB Foundation. You can help during the year, doing donation, because we help people when, for example, when you have cancer, when you go to the hospital, they say to you, you have cancer, you lost the job, you need money. Sometimes you don't have money to pay the bills, like the gas or food or anything, or the groceries. So in those moments when we receive the cases, we try to help them, during the year. Our foundation, nobody make any penny. Everything we collect is 100% to the dedicated to the cancer survivors.
I think people don't realize that you're not only
So
dealing
wonderful.
with you're dealing with cancer treatment, feeling sick, being overwhelmed. You still have to live life because you still have to pay your bills.
Exactly.
And so
Exactly.
that is an overwhelming stress that most people
Yes.
don't think about. And
Yes.
most of the services, the larger ones, tend to not have the programs for that. So we
very
rely on smaller, wonderful foundations like DYB Foundation to help people out because it's just not out there. You can't, believe me, I've tried personally to help people, and it is very difficult to get some of the basic needs because we forget about that part of it. We forget about that part of their journey, which is so important. You're supposed to get through treatment and you're still having to focus on whether you can pay the light bill or whether you have gas to get to work, and if you can't get to work, you don't have a job, you don't have health insurance, you don't have anything. It's just this never-ending battle that cancer, people who are going through cancer treatment have to deal
Long-term
with.
We have a
treatment is so
case right
expensive.
now. It's, maybe you remember her for last year. Was the lady with the baby and her husband that walk at the end of the show, and they are not from here. They are from Venezuela. It's only one person working in that house, and everybody is depending on him.
Wow.
And it's just hard. Sometimes they don't even have the money to pay the rent, or they don't have enough money to buy food, or they don't have enough money to do the basics need that we all also have every day.
And that's what we're trying to. We want to raise awareness, which is why DYB Foundation is so important. And because community first, I think a lot of us, we need to really refocus back onto what's going on in our community, so that we can take care of those that are in our community. And charity, foundations like DYB are so important to the basic survival of our cancer survivors, our survivors of everything else that whatever your passion is that you want to donate to, try to work on it local. That's my personal TED Show plug. All right, any parting words of wisdom you want to share with them, AJ, before we head out? Did I miss anything?
No, you do.
I love it. Okay, no, see ya. Bye. No, tell anything you want to share. Who's excited about Sunday, August 25th? Guys, you want to go out and support them. 2 survivors, brain tumor survivor, 3 passionate human beings who are just there to try to help and make their lives better, and make sure that you guys who are going through it, family members, but survivors too, don't feel like you're all by yourself, because you're not. And when I tagged everyone in there, I promise you that if you reached out to any one of those individuals, they would be an ear for you. So don't feel like you're going through it. Oh, Maribel is dying for me to ask about your sandwich.
Oh.
So you're gonna have to tell me, AJ, before we head out. I gotta know. That's the second time she's put it, so here we go. I gotta know.
Definitely, because Maribel is one of the. She worked for us in Discover Your Beauty for 11 years, and unfortunately, last year we have diagnosed with cancer.
So.
And then they do. She's still in treatment, but she's surviving right now. Thank God. But the thing is, she always helped every year doing sandwich for 150 people.
Wow.
Wow.
For our show, yes.
That's tremendous.
Yes, yes. She does
Just
the
on her
sandwich.
own?
And everybody loved the Maribel sandwich.
Does she have a sandwich company? Or she just does it?
No.
I can barely make my own sandwich, let alone 150
And
sandwiches.
it's 150, yeah. She
Wow,
always
that's
always
amazing.
donated for the show, and everybody's
Oh,
crazy
great.
about this sandwich.
That's
And another
great.
thing I want to let everybody knows is a good opportunity. You know, the Ted Fans Club, to go up to the show and meet him, because he will be there.
The Ted Fan
He will be
Club.
there in the show.
I love
He don't want
that.
to say that. He will be there in the show.
I'm the fan. I have a fan club.
Yeah.
Other than you all.
I'm your fan.
No, you are the fan club.
You're very kind.
Yeah.
It's such a blessing to have all of you on the show. I look forward to the show. I look forward to when it's, I don't look forward to the month, but I look forward to talking about it when we have you on in October or September, whenever that is. I believe it's October. And so I love the passion that you have for helping people out. I love that you all are willing to share your stories, because it's not always, it's really never an easy journey. And so to find people who are positive, you also have people right here who have hair. If you've seen their pictures, they've all been through it. They were talking about how chemo made it curly, and you're not going through it alone. We want you to know you're not by yourself. That's the biggest thing I know so many people that suffer through it all by themselves, and we want you to know that you're not by yourself.
Amen.
Even if you're the
Yes.
only one going through it and you're the only person around, there's a support group out there, and these men and women are an amazing support group, and I want you guys to reach out. If you reach out to me, reach out to any of them.
I do want to say something.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not alone. Trust God.
Yes,
Put prayer, and trust that that prayer is going to be answered, because
he will.
they
Yes.
normally are. If you
Yes.
have enough faith. So.
I love it.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Steve says Group Survivors Happy Hour event. I like that thought process right there. I'm trying to bring on my own right now, but I'm the only one apparently. They're all drinking water. Thank you, Odalis. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Linda. Thank you,
Thank you.
Jose,
Thank you
Camille,
so
and
much.
AJ.
Yes.
Thank you, Discover Your Beauty. I mean, this is going to be an amazing event on August 25th. And I want you to buy your tickets, and we'll share all of the links and how you can do that, and how you can just call AJ anytime, because it's the most popular phone number in Orlando. I love each and every one of you. I love you guys for tuning in. Come out and support Discover Your Beauty. We love you guys. Mwah. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.
And remember,
Bye.
you are beautiful.
You are beautiful. That's right. Thank you. Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.